Welcome back to BYU Sports Station. We are live in Studio B, have moved over to the Cougar Council Room alongside Jason Shepard. I'm Spencer Linton, and we now welcome in, making her BYUSN debut, a record breaker in the indoor pole vault. She is Maren Garnett, the pride of Spearman, Texas, as she just told us during the break. Welcome to the show, Maren.
Thank you.
Okay, when did you find out specifically that you were the Big 12 Freshman of the Week? Or sorry, Big 12 Athlete of the Week. How do you find out something like that?
I found out 2 days ago, just at the end of practice. My coach and one of my teammates who works in media had found out, so they came and told me. Yeah.
Look, the track and field and cross country, the programs here on campus are just legendary. And what's it like for you to be a part of this? And obviously we're going to get into breaking school records. It seems like there's somebody that breaks a school record or a national record all the time from BYU. What's it like to be a part of a program like that?
Our coaches definitely set the tone of our culture and environment that we practice in. And I think we have so much fun as a team that when someone breaks a school record, everyone's happy for that person. And we just have high expectations, but lots of fun. And so it's a great mix for us to perform our best each meet. Did
you expect to break the record on Saturday?
I had high hopes too. I knew I was capable of it. I had been doing really well in practice, just kind of exponentially improving each time. So I knew I could. I wasn't sure if it was going to be this meet, the next meet, but I had confidence that I could.
I asked that question because I know some of your coaches had mentioned, like, you knew you were right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to hear how you felt about that. So it happens. And what's the immediate reaction when you clear that pole?
Relief, happiness. I'm not a super dramatic person. Looking back, I wish I would have done like a backflip or something fun on the mat. But I was just happy. I knew the height before was a nationals qualifying bar. But I tried to stay focused and not get too excited because I knew the next bar would be a school record bar.
I'm fascinated by how you get into something like pole vault. Because to me, everything about it would scare me to death. The pole looks like it's going to break and it's high. How do you get into something like that?
In my case,
yes.
I'm from a really small town, really small school, and if you have an athletic bone in your body, they want you to do every sport. So I pretty much grew up doing every Pee-wee sport, every junior high and high school sport. And when I got to 7th grade and did track, our football coach was our advisor for pole vault. He had poles, and he's like, you know what, you can try it. So I had strong enough shoulders at the time to muscle my way over, and I got good enough to just keep doing it.
You missed qualifying for outdoor nationals by 1 spot last year. As disappointing as that was, how has that motivated you and pushed you from that time to where you sit now?
It was disappointing, but I'll also say it was a really exciting last meet of the season for me because I had just come back from ankle surgery and ankle injury. So I only got 3 meets in total last year at the end of season. And that was kind of the accumulating meet to show that I could come back, that I wasn't done, that I had a lot more to go. If I was that close to qualifying for nationals with just 2 meets back, then I knew that I had a lot to build on and momentum going into this season.
So correct me if I'm wrong, this is year 3 at BYU, right?
Yes.
So you started at Utah State, you decide to come to BYU. How has that decision changed your life?
To come to BYU?
Come to BYU.
It's been the best decision. I mean, my teammates, my coaches, they're just like family to me. I think of anything, I just feel a lot of love from them, and it's something that lasts a lot longer than my college career will last.
When you clear a bar like you did in that record-setting performance, you talk about like the relief you felt, but sometimes that bar has some wiggle in it. Okay, so what are you thinking as you're like falling to the mat and there's still the wiggle in the bar?
I'm looking at the pegs to see how far the bar is inching away from the pegs. And luckily this one, it wasn't near the edge of it. It wasn't about to tip off. It just, I think my chest brushed it, so it bounced all the way down. Yeah,
you knew you were okay.
I knew it was safe.
You knew you were like, please don't fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what's next for you? What's on the horizon?
Our next meet is next weekend in New York, and as always, my goal is to do better each meet, to clean up some of my technical work in practice, get on bigger poles, get faster, stronger, just all the little things that add up to a high vault.
How long does it take you to get the proper steps and pacing as you approach where you're going to place the pole and essentially launch yourself over? Like, how long does it take to get the steps down and the routine of that?
I don't think I have it still.
Still working on it.
A lot of it is muscle memory at this point, but there's never quite a perfect vault. I can get close to being consistent and perfect each time, but a lot of repetition is what it takes every practice.
Do you know, like, at what moment do you realize, okay, I've got this one. This is a good one. I'm going to clear this. Like, when do you know?
It really starts out of the back of my run from the beginning. If I'm locked in and I have the mindset, I'm going to run as hard as I can and plant the pole and just move the pole as hard as I can, then I'm confident that I can clear or at least give it a really good shot at the bar. If I have any hesitation in my mind on the runway, then I'm not going to be as intense on my plant, and usually that doesn't pan out.
If I drive to Spearman, Texas, will I see a billboard of Maren Garnett that says indoor record holder for BYU track and field?
Unfortunately not. You won't see much of anything, but
I was going to say,
you'll see really friendly people.
Is it known for anything? Is there something that makes it famous? Is there anything that you could tell us about?
Maren.
Well, excuse me. That was assumed.
We have a windmill farm.
A windmill farm.
Yeah, it's a big farming community, and there's lots of wind, so there's windmills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Windmills and record holders. That's what we got.
There's the billboard, windmills and record holders.
I like it.
We've done it for you already. Yes.
Listen, I called you a freshman on accident. You're very much not a freshman. You're a veteran. We wish you were a freshman because then you'd be here at BYU for 4 more years.
3 more years.
You'd set some more records. But hey, we look forward to the great things that you're going to do. Maren, thanks for coming in and joining us.
Thank you for having me.